So there's those board games out there, whether they're co-op, whether they're solo, where when you win, when you score a victory, when the game plays out, you really feel something. You really feel a sense of achievement, especially if it's a long game where winner takes all. You're investing solo or with friends hours into this game. It comes down to the final moment, win or lose. When you win, there's this like board game enthusiasm, this board game where like, wow, I won this game. I mean, I've been there where I've been like really upbeat for the next couple of hours or the next day. I'm really feeling like, yeah, I did this. What titles in your collection or what board games make you feel that way? I'd like to say Mage Knight. And the reason why I say Mage Knight is fantastic. It's certainly one of my favorite games. Very complex. Not the easiest thing to win. Even with sound strategy, there's a lot going on, and the controlled random nature I enjoy. It's a very solid game. I say kind of Mage Knight because when I win, I've been playing Mage Knight a lot. I'm still not 100% sure I'm following all the rules correctly. So I can't say it's a solid win. But one of the game systems that I enjoy that is very challenging, that when I win, I feel it. Dark Souls. Dark Souls, the board game. Now, Dark Souls, the board game, I've pushed up some plays and some tactica and some ideas on why I really like this game, why I love this game. It's my board gaming playlist here on the channel. But essentially, to break it down, it's a dice-based mechanics game, tactical movement against minions, mini-bosses, main bosses, mega-bosses. You level up souls, you buy equipment, you buy gear, there's different character classes, so it has a nice feel to it. But what's interesting is when you make it to the end of the first part, you fight a mini-boss. And the mini-boss has a deck of AI cards that are drawn randomly, put out, and that's how the monster responds. So you're kind of fighting this monster that, based on the actual model and the in-game narrative, the Dark Souls narrative, it's going to act a certain way. And the mechanics capture that perfectly. Mini-boss fight is solid. Mini-boss fight is solid. It's fun. It's exciting. Then you move to the next stage where the encounters get harder, but you've sold up, you're leveled up, you've got some gear, and now you fight a main boss. And the main boss is, the AI is very solid, very challenging. You beat the main boss, you're like, we did this, right? We did this. This is a major accomplishment. But with the expansions to the mega bosses, you can then move on and fight the mega boss. And the game experience is you can stop at the mini boss, you can stop at the main boss, you can stop at the mega boss. Ideally play through. But we're talking winner takes all. We're talking about you die along the way and you use up all of your sparks. You're out. You're done. There's no do-over. There's no baby cakes. You're investing 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours once you learn the rules per mini boss, 2.5 hours main boss, 2 hours or an hour and a half mega boss. Well, maybe an hour mega boss, hour and a half, because you got to go through a few challenges. Depends on how tactical you want to get. The point is, this is a significant investment for winner takes all. So that makes the victory, that makes the defeat all the more interesting, all the more challenging. But out of all the board games that I own, the mega bosses in Dark Souls are the absolute hardest. You need to be jacked up. You need to be geared up. You need to be on Get Good. You need to be ready to go and make all of the right tactical choices. And even then, the attacks are extremely, extremely powerful. The only boss that is more challenging in all of the titles that I own and that I enjoy playing would be Kingdom Death Monster, the Dragon Boss. That is the absolute pinnacle, but that's out of all of the major monsters, bosses, and hunts of that game. Dark Souls beats all of those. And I love KDM, and KDM is certainly very complex. But in terms of complexity, and in terms of challenge, and in terms of I feel like I've accomplished something, hands down for me, it's Dark Souls. So now I'm going to turn it over to you guys in the comments as I vow to continue to try and figure out and learn how to play Mage Knight correctly. What title in your collection? And again, this could be solo. This could be co-op. This could be one versus many. What is that title in your collection where when you win, when you complete it, when you are victorious, where you really, really feel like you have accomplished something major?